Mr. Mortefi, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortefi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use. Now, what kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it. It's located on the way shelf.
of justice at your service. Are you the one in need of a hero?
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Let me be there for everyone, as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. Let me be there for everyone, as we head toward our...
Another day, another heroic me!
Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei. If I remember, the Gorges of Spirits battle and the formidable tacit discord described here. There are two photos here. Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament. But I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Jinzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Jinzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experiment. We owe our presence here to those who came before us. it's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it... Are you saying that the information contained in the sugar pearl doesn't directly point to your identity? Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony, so I can't comment on her personality, but her policies have proven effective and greatly benefit. Some believe that the remarkably far-sighted and profound decisions were actually devised by Counselor Chang. Lady Changli is our magistrate's advisor and former teacher. She once held a I've also heard...
Let's look back on what we've simply put. One token, we both had a reason for meeting. However, her tokens maybe she was running out of time. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to... In other words, there are people who need to be misled, and they may obtain these tokens. It seems there may be hidden... If it were you, Yang Yang.
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Baiju said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Jiang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The lady... Huh? Are you not going to investigate the tokens? All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Meet you guys there in the morning. Be there or be square. Time to hit the hay, obviously. Don't tell me you're planning on some nightly activities.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover? I have a vacant guest room in my house. And if you don't mind coming over...
Aren't you forgetting something, Yang Yang? Rover told us this morning that she has been offered a stay at the City Hall. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the City Hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow. Good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Bijur's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance, and with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijur leading the pack. Hook, line, and sinker. In case of an emergency, Rover, roll out. By the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left is that weird leaf and run-of-the-mill mangosteen, right? So it only took us 1 trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was going to make it easy for us to begin with.
What's our next plan of action, Rover? Bijah said the leaf bears the frequencies of tacit discords, so it must be from a tree near a tacit field. Then we must leave the city to pursue this lead. The access pass may be another hint. There are usually no checkpoints set up in the city besides at City Hall. The pass isn't required unless you have to leave the city borders.
Now, why didn't I think of that? Gotta hand it to you, Yang. It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang?
Without a doubt. We resonators can boost our combat abilities with special items. Our Echo, if you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp for
Let me be there for everyone.
Let's reach farther destinations together. Speeding up.
Yang Yang, did you hear that? Is that someone crying and wailing?
That should be the Midnight Ranges training camp. Let's not worry about it. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty tough, but I think Rover can handle anything.
Combat isn't just about strength. You need skills and wisdom too when facing enemies on the battlefield. You there, looking to put on some training? Good training keeps you sharp.
Storm, hear my command! Speeding up. Hey! defense at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when we came.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my third shift, and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. Please, I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you—
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances. My apologies.
Well, everything seems fine in the city. Are things really that bad on the front lines?
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Gian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including the one you're looking for. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news.
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta give it my all. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Just you two?
Greetings. I'm Jianshin. Could you please do me a favor? I want to go look for someone outside the city, but I don't have an access pass, so may I tag along? I'm a jack of all trades. Tai Chi, cooking, tea making, mining, foraging, errand running, fixing utilities, and caring for animals. You got something else in mind? Well, I'm always up for learning new skills. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, she could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.